Hey everyone, my name is Sean Arnold and welcome to another episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Online Ranked Duels. Today I am playing my Yosenju deck, continuing the week of Yosenju, still doing Yosenju control. And this time I'm playing against Luis 1983K. Luis 1983K is actually the third ranked player on the leaderboards in Legacy the Duelist. So expecting this to be a good game, should be a good demonstration of play from both of us, hopefully. So, my opponent starts off by normal summoning Manju of the 10,000 Arms and goes and adds Nekroz of Brownic from his deck to his hand. Nekroz are a very good deck on Legacy of the Duelist and they hold their own quite well. They've been on my channel a couple of times, and by discarding Brownic, he's able to add one Nekroz of Clausolus from his deck to his hand, and now he's going to discard that card. And that will now allow him to add one ritual Nekroz card from his deck to his hand. He's going for Nekroz Kaleidoscope. Nekroz Kaleidoscope allows him to tribute summon monsters from the field or send one. I need to be able to read it. Send one monster from the extra deck to fulfill the tribute summon for a Nekroz monster. And so he's going to summon Nekroz of Unicorn. Now, what he sent from his deck to the graveyard was Herald of the Arc Light. When Herald of the Arc Light is sent to the graveyard, it activates his effect and he is able to add one ritual monster from his deck to his hand. So it's a nice little engine, a nice way to summon out Nekroz for free. And yeah, no, it's a good card overall, really, for any kind of ritual based deck. Nekroz really have good access to good cards like that. Now with 2 level 4s on the field, Luis has decided to go for Lavalval Chain. Oh, and apologies for the sound being off for this episode. Unfortunately, Luis was using his headset during this game, and all of his chatter got picked up and recorded, so there was no way I was able to make commentary and keep the sound over it on top of that. So yeah, I had to turn off the game audio for this one and just put a music track on. So the Valvar Chain is going to activate its effect to choose one monster and put it on top of my opponent's deck. And this is what makes the Nekroz deck so good and so efficient. They have these effects which basically make their ritual cards into spell cards which can activate from their hand as well. You have a lot of searching, they have a lot of different options, and now they put a Nekroz, a strategist Nekroz on top of the deck so that it can be used for an entire ritual summon. I'm going to start off by playing Fire Formation Tenki, which will allow me to add one Beast Warrior monster that's level 4 or lower from my deck to my hand, and decide to go for Kama 3 because it's the only one which I'm missing right now. Now I want to kind of make a play to get rid of the Valval Chain and also start searching with Kama 3, but let's see if I can bait anything out for my opponent. I'm going to start with normal summoning Kama 2. Will react to it or no? Oh, he doesn't seem like he will. So now I'm going to be able to normal summon another Kama, and I'm going to go for Kama 2. And now Kama 2 is going to activate, and I'll be able to go for Kama 3. And now Kama 3 is going to activate, and I'm going to go for Sujik. Now, this is all well and nice and all, but I do have to worry about that face down card that Luis has. I doubt it's anything too threatening, because the Nekroz don't normally run a lot of, say, anti-attack or anti-summon trap cards. I think they might put in Solemn here or there, but obviously he wasn't. It's not Solemn. And so I need to play a card which is going to be able to get rid of that face down card. First I use Kama 1's effect to bounce the Valvar Chain back to the extra deck. And now I'm going to go into a monster which can get rid of that face down card. And that monster will probably, best card for that will probably be Lightning Chidori. But I'm also trying to think, is there a way to set up plays in the future as well? I'm having a read of Harpy's Pet Phantasmal Dragon. Still never ever summoned that card. But no, I'm going to go for Lightning Chidori. I'm going to get rid of the 2 least significant Kamas. I'm going to get rid of Kama 2, and I'm going to get rid of Sujik. Now, upon reflection, I didn't realize that I didn't actually activate Sujik's effect first. I could have used his attack boosting effect to increase the attack on one of my Kamas, and then gone for a rank 4 summon. But that's okay. What's done is done now. So Lightning Chidori is going to come out. And when Lightning Chidori is XE summoned, I can target one set card my opponent controls and return it to the bottom of their deck. So bye bye whatever that face down card was. And it's MST, he doesn't want it to go back into his deck, so he's going to use it to destroy Tenki. Don't know why he didn't decide to do that beforehand. Maybe he was saving it so he can make a big play in the next turn or so, which I guess isn't too bad of an idea. But he could have destroyed Tenki earlier when I played it, and then I wouldn't have been able to search. Okay, now into my battle phase. I'm now going to go for attacking with Kama 3. That's going to do 1500 damage. And now I'm going to go into Kama 1. Kama 1 is going to do another 1600 damage. But it will also get to trigger off Kama 3's effect. And that will allow me to start searching more cards from my deck to my hand. And I always typically like to go for more Kama 3s, but I can also get out cards such as Yosenju Secret Move or Sinju L if I want to make Secret Move live. But I'm going to go for another copy of Kama 1. Just because I'm playing against a ritual deck, and by being able to bounce their cards back, it means he has to ritual summon them again and again and again. So having Kama 1 around is always going to be kind of useful in this game. Alright, managed to do a nice 50,000 life points damage to my opponent, or 5,000 life points damage to my opponent. And now I'm just checking his graveyard, making sure there's nothing else I can do or I have to be worried about. And so before the end of my turn, I'm actually going to do something a little bit risky. I'm going to actually use my Kamas to actually do another XE summon. And I'm going to go into either A, Tiger King, to search out another Tenki from my deck. Or B, I'm going to go for this card here. If I'm going to go for it, I'm going to go for Abyss Dweller. Now, Abyss Dweller is a really nice rank 4 monster. Pretty much everyone that uses rank 4 monsters always likes to include Abyss Dweller because it gives you this element of graveyard control which you don't really get on demand too easily with most decks. And if there are any effects, say like Nekroz Strategist, which activate in the graveyard, I can stop that from doing so with Abyss Dweller. So Dweller should become a little bit handy here. I really just want to find ways to stun my opponent and stop them from making plays. So end phase now, and now I'm going to pass over to Louis, and then we'll see what he can do. Draws into his 4th card. At the start of this turn, I'm not even going to mess around. I'm going to use Dweller straight away. Since I know he's got a Strategist in his hand, and he's probably going to Ritual Summon this turn. Is he going to use it? We'll soon find out, I guess. You first place Nekroz of Bryonic. You can discard this card, add 1 Nekroz monster from your deck to your hand except Nekroz of Bryonic. Okay, which one is he going to go for? He's going to go for Yugioh. Yugioh has some pretty good effects, but is he going to be able to ritual summon it? Most likely. He most likely has a way to ritual summon it already, but I guess we'll soon find out. I think at this point, Louis was doing a lot of talking, a lot of smack talking on the mic, which is why he's probably playing so slow. I wish he would just hurry up and get the plays done, but that's okay. It is what it is. So he discards Yugioh to return Kaleidoscope back from his graveyard to his hand. And is he going to ritual summon again using something from his extra deck? Is he going to go for another level 4? Or is he going to do something else? He plays Kaleidoscope. You tribute summon 1 monster from his hand or field, or send 1 monster from his extra deck. And he's going to use, is it Shuris? Is it Shuris Strategist of the Nekroz? And that's going to count for the whole tribute. And when this card is tributed by a card effect, you can add 1 Nekroz monster from your deck to your hand, I believe. Because that was tributed and activates in the graveyard, it shouldn't activate, stopping him from getting more cards. And now he summons Decisive Armor. During either player's turn, you can discard this card and target 1 Nekroz monster you control in case 1000 attack and defense at the end of the turn. And his main effect is you can target one set card on the field, and I think he gets to just destroy it or send it to the graveyard, one of the two. So I am going to respond to this. I'm going to start off by checking his effect again. He targets one set card your opponent controls, destroy it, and if you do, I think it says banish it, I'm not quite sure. If you control no monsters, you can manage this card and something else from the graveyard, and that has a graveyard effect too, so Duelist should be able to stop Kaleidoscope from activating. And now he plays Decisive Armor. He's going to use the effect. He's going to target my face down card, but I'm going to respond with Fiendish Chain. Let's negate that effect and stop him from attacking too. And now he's just down to one more card. Is he going to be able to do anything for that? Nope, he ends his turn and passes over. At this point is pretty much game. Pretty much got this in the bag. But I do want to be cautious. I don't want to be too overzealous. So I'm going to use Chidori first to get rid of Decisive Armor. And now I'm going to go to the battle phase, and now I'm going to attack directly. 1700 directly. Is it going to go through? Unfortunately not. He's going to play Nekroz or Valkyrius, and this is going to allow him to banish one Nekroz card from his graveyard, discard that card from his hand, and I think he ends the battle phase by doing so. Not what I had really expected at this time. I thought this was going to be a done deal. I thought it was going to be sorted, but I guess not. So before the end of this turn, I'm going to play Tenki again. I'm going to grab a Karma 3 from my deck. And again, I want to play something which can kind of stun him, stop him from making any kind of silly plays, or anything that can help him get advantage back of the field and of the duel. So I'm just having a look at my extra deck of what I could summon, and I think I know what I'm going to go for. I'm going to normal summon both my Karmas. There's Karma 3. And now there's Karma 1. Now I could go into something. I wish there was a rank 4 which maybe stops special summons, but there really isn't. So what I'm going to go for is I'm going to go for Berserk. Rhapsody in Berserk, that is. And this will let me add a little bit more pressure onto his graveyard by banishing some of the cards in his graveyard. And it's a really, really solid card. It can activate in either player's turn as well, I believe. Or I could just use it twice in the same turn. So no, I'm not going to react to the special summon, but now I'm going to activate the effect. Let's detach one. Banish one card in my opponent's graveyard. Bye bye Karma 3. And the card which I'm going to go for first is Kaleidoscope. Get rid of that first so he can't bring it back. And let's banish one more. At this point, I'm really not sure what the best choice is. I think maybe Strategist might be a really, really good option to get rid of from the graveyard. I think there are ways to recycle that too. But I'm not sure whether the other monsters also have an effect which can be used. So let's go for having a read of Yugioh, seeing that can be used. I don't think that's a graveyard effect, so let's go for... does Clausus have anything? We have Clausus instead. Upon reflection, I think we should have gone for Strategist, but fine, it's whatever, it's done now. So now I'm going to activate Rhapsody in Berserk's final effect, and I'm going to be able to equip this to a monster that I control. And when I do so, it gains, the monster I equip it to gains 1200 attack. It's a nice little bit of an attack boost, plus being able to banish cards in your opponent's grave is always nice. And now I'm going to end my turn. Okay, so in Louis' turn here, I'm going to activate Dweller, lock off that graveyard one more time. And he goes right to the end phase, and I think this is done. Unless he has another one of those Valkyrius in his hand, this should be it. So let's attack directly, see how much we can swing for. do 1900 with Chidori. Then do another 2900 with Dweller, and this will be it. Anywho, good games to you everyone. Thank you very much for tuning into this episode of Yosenju versus Nekroz, and hopefully you'll tune in later on in the week. If you have any questions or feedback, do let me know, and I'll always respond to your comments as soon as I can. Thank you for tuning in, and take care.